Sri Pada is Sri Lanka's sacred mountain. It is very unique climbing that mountain hikers will never experience anywhere in the world. The mountain has many names related to its beliefs. Samanalakanda refers to the butterflies mountain that is recurrent the mountain during the annual butterflies migration to the region. Anyone who has different religious faiths can climb Adam's Peak and reach the holy place. Whatever religion the tourist believes, their success in climbing the top can be dedicated to the Buddha, God Shiva, Adam, or St.Thomas. Every step to discovering history, culture, and scenic beauty will be a marvelous experience for the adventure-seeking traveler. The Sinhala Buddhists believe that the peak holds the footprint of Gautama Buddha, hence the name Sri Pada. The deity Saman, who was a Buddhist in those days, invited the Buddha to his region, and on that visit, the Buddha was believed to have climbed to the top of the mountain. People believe that the deity Saman protects the pilgrims throughout the climb. The devotees stop at each religious spot to take blessings to do the pilgrimage without any kind of disturbance. The devotees start the journey with the blessing of Triple Gem and the blessing of God Sumana Saman for a safe pilgrimage. Devotees go through various religious virtues and customs through the pilgrimage. The greater part of the track leading from the base to the summit consists of thousands of steps built in cement or rough stones. The trails are illuminated with electric light, making nighttime ascent possible and safe to do even when accompanied by children. Rest stops and wayside shops along the trails serve refreshments and supplies. The pilgrimage season runs from Aduab Poya December to Vesak Poya May, reaching its peak mid-season and Maydeen Poya March. At this time, there is a constant stream of pilgrims and the top can get very crowded. The busiest period is from January to February. At other times, the temple on the summit is unused, and between May to October, the peak is obscured by clouds for much of the time. When crossing the sea, the Gangula, a stream about halfway to the summit, pilgrims cleanse themselves with the icy water, which helps refresh them for the final climb. Many devotees recite religious poems as they climb to help them on their arduous journey. Those days, the journey was quite difficult to make without facilities which the pilgrim benefits from today. Once one of the starting nodes of Palabadala, Nalathani, or Arathna is reached, the rest of the ascent is done on foot through the forested mountainside on the steps built into it. The usual route taken by most pilgrims is ascent via Haddon and descent via Rathnapura. Although the Hatton Trail is the steepest, it is also shorter than any of the other trails by approximately 5 kilometers. The pilgrim does not isolate groups and individuals such as monks, youngsters, families, elders, and people worldwide who climb together. In the past, people pilgrim in a group called Nade. Group leader named Nade Gura, a new pilgrim called Kodukara, has to follow certain customs before climbing. They climb only for religious purposes. While it's a challenging trail, no technical climbing is involved, just a seemingly endless number of concrete steps to trudge up. You'll pass septuagenarians climbing in flip-flops, and even barefoot pilgrims forgoing shoes as a gesture of purity and sacrifice. But sports shoes are fine for tourists. A short break in between to have a snack with a hot cup of tea is a good idea to keep your body energized and awake in a sleepless night. There are toilet facilities available on the way, though it is very basic. It fulfills an essential need. Whether making the ascent by day or night, it can be an arduous climb, so bring only what you are likely to need. There are food and drink stalls all the way up the Hatton Path, but prices are considerably higher than normal, so you might like to bring your own snacks and water. All of us ought to pace the ascent so that we endure physical stress to avoid exhaustion. Warm clothes should be worn to avoid the chill and catching a cold at the summit after sweating it out during the climb. Approximately 20,000 people scale Adams Peak on weekends during the pilgrimage season. You are likely to be warm during the climb, but you can get very cold while waiting for the sunrise at the summit, so bring warm clothes. If the weather is uncertain, an umbrella or raincoat will be useful. A pair of binoculars, if you have them, will also be most useful. The Sri Pada pilgrims follow several traditions of custard ohms. At a certain point during the climb, pilgrims pause en route to throw a threaded needle into the bushes, commemorating the legend that Lord Buddha paused to mend a tear in his robe during his climb. It takes 4 to 5 hours to reach the according to your physical fitness and without any other distractions. Shortly steps and almost vertical with stairways with handrails during the height of the season. Pilgrims may have to wait in line for as long as half an hour before proceeding to the small platform on the top. On the summit of Adam's Peak is located a shrine, a belfry, and a resting place. The center of attraction is a stone tablet covering the sacred footprint of Lord Buddha. Most pilgrims attempt the climb solely to worship the Buddha's footprint. Buddhists climb the mountain at least once in their lifetime. You are not allowed to photograph inside the temple, but it's interesting to see while at top. After completing their worship, pilgrims ring a bell, once for every visit. It is not unusual to hear the bell rung a dozen times or more by devout pilgrims who have made voyages to the holy sites. The sounds of ringing the bell add a spiritual atmosphere. When you triumphantly ring the bell to celebrate reaching the summit, the chimes mingle with the pilgrims' trumpets and drums. Most people may climb by night to reach the mountaintop to watch the Irasevaya, the sunrise over the sea. The beauty and grandeur of the scenery that the mountain looks down upon are eclipsed by the magic of the sunrise seen from its summit. And the resulting perfect triangular shadow was thrown across the plains below. The shadow is visible for only about 10 minutes or so after dawn, and such perfection has been recorded for only one other mountain in the world. The sun's rise is real. Spectacular views are on the opposite side of the platform. The way back in daytime, you will see what you missed during your climb at night. The breathtaking views of a range of blue mountains running as far as the horizon, the clouds floating around, cool breeze makes you feel like walking down from heaven and take away the tiredness for a moment. The endless steps can shake the strongest knees, and stretching leg muscles before and after a climb is a good idea so that we will not be limping for the next few days. as the rising sun exposes gaping valleys, ink-splotched lakes, foaming waterfalls, and it dawns on you that you now have to climb 5,500 steps to get back down again. Many people find the hardest part is coming down. The endless steps can shake the strongest knees, and if your shoes don't fit well, you can add crushed toes and blisters. Walking poles or even just a sturdy stick will make the descent much less jarring on your legs. Take a hat, as the morning sun intensifies quickly. At night, there is little to see, but during the day, the brilliant white stupa stands out dramatically against the vast gray cliff behind it. The Sama Chaitya, the World Peace Pagoda. This stupa was built by the famous Japanese Buddhist monk Ren Nichi Fuji in 1976 and is maintained by several Japanese monks. The region along the mountain is wildlife reserve, housing many species varying from elephants to leopards, and including many endemic species. Sri Pada is one of the rare places where people of 4 major religions in the world worship together. Devotees of many religions climb the mountain daily to invoke blessings, while trekkers enjoy an exhilarating hike through the different access routes to the summit. I invite you to climb Sri Pada during your visit to Sri Lanka. I hope you enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe, and share.